Hey, what's up, guys? This is Team Hard Life Captain Alberto, and I'm here at the shop, and I've got two 130s in front of me. I've got a FinNor 130, got an Avet 130.
Gotta bite. I think I got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go. Yeah, I gotta learn. I'ma call the whole team.
I've always wondered which one's bigger, which one weighs more, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take a look into it. First, I'm gonna start out with weight, because they look about the same size from looks. I'm just saying. So make sure my scale is zeroed out. This one shows, give you a little insight of what's going on there. It shows 11 pounds, 11.2 ounces for the FinNor 130. It is the Santiago series. And you got the Avet 130. Make sure it's good to go. £11 9.8 ounces. So it's about 2 ounces less. Yeah, wait, hold on. Make sure it's not touching anything. No, it's actually heavier. The handle is touching over here. So it's 11 pounds, 13 ounces. Wow. Okay. So that's one. Let's see what else we can see. Side housings. Well, you can automatically see right there. The T-Rex, or the FinNor 130 spool is wider right there. T-Rex is wider over here. Yeah. Gear ratio is 2.3 on this. The FinNor. Oh, man. Ah, dang. Ugh. Alright, so the Avet 130 says it's a 2.3 to 1 ratio and a 1.1 to 1 ratio, or 1.0 to 1 ratio. Now, the Santiago says it's 2.4, which means it's 0.4 turns of the spool faster per crank than the Avet 130, and it says it has the same low gear. Now, with it having more, or a bigger spool this way, I'm looking at the arbor there, and the arbor on this one looks smaller than that one. So the only way to know that is to bust out another tool. So let's see what we can get there. Alright. Wow. That arbor there is about, I'd say about 1/4 inch bigger just on that. That is, you know what? So let's measure the big one. This caliper does not work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark it there. And I'm going to see what the measurement difference is and then measure it out that way. Yeah, I gotta go the long way, guys. That caliper fell, and it does not work the way it's supposed to properly work, and it's been like that for a while. So again, make sure, so there it goes. That's that. Mark it right there. Go and measure this one. Wow, that's a big one. Yep. I was saying that's about a good 1/4 of an inch difference right there. So just because the spool is wider there, I'm wondering if that's going to actually give it more line capacity than this one. The only bad thing is I don't have a lot of time with it. I literally got to get it spooled up for the customer, get it shipped out overnight because he's got a fishing trip on Friday. So let me see. Let me give him a call. He might have a little time. Let me see what's up on this. All right, guys, so I've contacted the owner and I'm waiting for a reply. It went straight to voicemail. But one of the other things I wanted to touch on was the handles. You know, Avet came up with this little notch here on their handle to help with it. Now, the FinNor has one where it's a bit more tapered. And I do have to say that feels like it would be easier to crank. And that was something that I really did like about the old Avet handles, was that they were a little bit skinnier, and for me cranking and doing a lot of dead weight, it allowed me to, I felt it was more ergonomically built. However, when they went to these big bulkier handles, I really didn't like them. I still don't, but at the same time too, you know, I love the way the reel cranks in for me at low gear. Like, I mean, I'm pulling in 1 1/4 pound surf weights from over 1,000 yards out, and pretty much I'm bringing them straight to the surface on high gear. I ain't even dropped them down in a low gear. The only time I've ever dropped this reel down in low gear is when I'm pulling in big tigers and I'm tired of cranking on high. I'll drop it down in low and just keep cranking, just so I'm moving line into the reel instead of stopping all of a sudden, and then I'll pick it back up into high gear. So for me, moving that dead weight, these Avets have done a lot for me. The only bad thing is I haven't had the experience, other than that one time that I fished with them out there on Bob Hall Pier. One of our buddies had one, and I don't know if it was him or if it was a reel, but I saw how much he struggled in moving the weights and stuff like that with the reel. But like I said, then again, you know, that's them. It wasn't me on the reel, so I cannot judge the reel on that. It's just, you know, I try to be as fair as I can with everything I do and everything I say, because, like I said, if I haven't fished it, I haven't done anything with it, then I cannot judge it. I can only say what I've seen, but at the same time, for me, you know, this is the reel that made me look for Avets. Now, granted, it wasn't the 130, it was the 80 and the 50 that we were playing with up there in North Carolina when I was stationed there. So that's the deal. So I have a lot of faith in them, but I am still like, I would need to fish it to be able to know. And then to answer that question on the line capacity, I'd have to spool it to know. I'm not that type of a mathematician that I can sit there and do a formula and figure out the arbor difference to the spool size difference and to see if it makes up for it and stuff like that. It's just, you know, it's a lot of little questions to be asked on that. I'm definitely interested. The one thing that I really like about Avets in comparison to the FinNor is the ability to go from high gear to low gear. That simple. This one, I mean, you can push it in, but see, I can't change gear. I have to do whatever I got to do here to get it to, see what I'm saying? I can't really do it that quick. And I'm getting blown. This is Albert. Yes. Yeah, y'all just called me about 10 minutes ago. I told them I'd be there about 9:30. There was another female. No worries. All right. Yes, bye-bye.
Morning.
Morning, bro. Man, you ugly.
Tired motherfucker, man. You know, I went
fucking home renovation. after I work a full fucking day here, work
I
until
went-
10, 11,
I
12.
went on my birthday to, what do you call it? Goose Island. I caught 40 fucking fish in 3 trips over there.
Yeah, yeah. It is nice. So, yeah, that's one of the things. I don't like the fact that I have to work hard. Like, I have to let go of the handle to disengage it from low gear to high gear. So, yeah, that... It don't seem like much, but it is when you're fighting fish on a fast pace. For me, that's not something that I'm in tune with. I like to be able to just reach up, you know, keep going, high gear, low gear, and do it that in that sense. So that is one of the things that I do like. And I was looking at the guide plate for it, like the other reels will have it, but these actually have it right here. And what you have to do is you have to depress this to go into your maxing out the reel kind of deal. And kind of the same thing with the FinNor right there. So here are the clickers on them. Put it on. That's off. Let's turn this one on. Turn it off. Yeah, it's hard to say. Hard to say. What else can I see that I like or don't like? Lug's a little loose here. What's the drag output on this? That's a good one. Drag is...
I got a question.
Yeah.
What is the purpose? What is the purpose of filling a reel with so much line? I don't get it. Now, granted, and this is the way I look at it. I mean, granted, it's spooled like nobody spools better. There's no question it's spooled. But it's so full.
Yeah.
And when you catch a fish, 9 times out of 10, when you're fighting something, you're not going to put the damn line back the way it is right there.
I do.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the layman,
Okay. So to answer your question, it goes off experience. If an experienced fisherman has experience of doing that, then I will spool it like that. If they don't, then we don't spool it up that high. We'll go like this. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
better, man.
That's for people that don't have experience. The guys that I fish with and that I train and all of that, that's the way even with big shark, that's the way we got them in there. And proof is, look at all my videos of my big sharks and stuff like that. You'll see my reel maxed out every single time. That's the way we fish. It's not like the way it used to be where you had real thick line and stuff like that.
Once again,
Well,
it begs the question. Go ahead.
let me finish my video. You eat your breakfast. That way you're not... Enjoy your breakfast, Brad. All right, so on this reel, it says that Santiago puts out 110 pounds of drag. The T-Rex... It hasn't, the last word I got, it was at 200 pounds of drag, or, I mean, let me double check that, because last word we had, they hadn't even had a rating for it, for their drag, so I'm going to see if maybe they've updated it somewhere, and let's check out, see if Melton Tackle has something for it. Now, price difference. This one is $1,500. The FinNor Santiago is... I'm having to flip back and forth between these. I should have did it already, but I didn't do it because I was running on it. Do. Have it on that side. That's a foreign side. It's a pins. I'm trying to find one for sale, or that sells the Santiago 130s. Wow, that can't be right. This site, it says $360 for it? I don't know. Mo Tackle Online Fishing Reel Store. I would be real weary of that, guys. That is, says it new in the box. Nope. I don't know. I don't think so. Let's see.
Smoke a cigarette.
International. Let's go to eBay. Let's see if we can find one. Come on. Can't even find one. Let's see. Diagram. BD Outdoors. It says it carries 2,500 of 200-pound braid. So is that solid braid? Is that hollow core? I really don't answer any questions there. $1,300 for the reel. So, I don't know. I can remember back in like 98, I want to say the 80 was like $3,000. The 50 was $1,500 or $2,000. And that was back in, like I said, 98, 99 time frame. So I don't know what to tell you on the price difference on this. And that's going to also be another question do you ask yourself. If you can't even find them right now for sale, do you go with the reel that you can't find any parts for? That's going to be the other thing. I don't know. That is a really good question there. So I'm going to call this customer again, see if I can do it. If not, then I got to jump on pulling his reel, because he sent me the reel, 1,500 yards, a 200-pound test that we're going to put on there. So it's going to give us an idea of how much line capacity it's going to have. Yeah, the only thing then I can do at that point is get our 200-pound test of diamond and put 1,500 yards on this one, and then see what kind of line capacity it has if we don't have time to go on this one. So that may be a side-by-side comparison that we'll do. But I'm going to give him a shot again. Let's see what we can work out.